Hello everyone, it's Alana. Thanks for coming to hang out with me, and if you are new here, welcome, welcome. Today I am going to be taking you guys on a little walkthrough / review of my brand new Plum Paper Planner. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright you guys, so recently I received my second ever Plum Paper Planner in the mail. I customized this myself for our family's homeschool upcoming school year, and this buying experience was a little bit different from my first ever Plum Paper Planner buying experience. So I thought that maybe some of you would appreciate if I went over that really quick before I showed you the inside of the planner and how I customized it and set it up. I know in my previous videos some people said that they had been considering getting a Plum Paper Planner, so I thought that I would kind of go over maybe the downfalls, but then also the positives of purchasing a second one. So really quick, in case you missed it, the first ever Plum Paper Planner that I purchased was this one. This is more their like classic, if you will, medium-sized planner. This one I personalized, set it up for weekly planning, and it's entirely custom to my needs. I would call this the perfect planner purchasing experience. They shipped it faster than they said that they would be able to. It delivered sooner than they said it would arrive. Everything about it was great. I did have to assemble it myself, of course, because they do not provide the discs, only the disc punch package. That didn't bother me at all. I knew that going into it. I was totally fine with that. So I was really excited that it shipped quickly, it arrived ahead of time, all of those things. This one was a little bit different. Now, it's only two planners with two different experiences for purchasing and delivery, so I wouldn't say that this is enough to determine whether or not you would or would not get a Plum Paper Planner, but I wanted to provide this information just in case someone wants to sort of weigh that themselves and make a decision. So for this big homeschool planner, I'm not entirely sure what was different because I'm guessing that they use all of the same materials. I know it's the same style and setup as the first planner that I purchased, but when this one arrived, and it did arrive in the time that they said that it would, not early like the first one, just right on time, which I mean is totally, considering the situation that we're currently in with shipping and delivery and things like that for some companies, I think right on time is perfect. That's not a complaint. However, when I opened the package, it had a very strong chemical smell. Again, I'm not sure what the difference is in comparison to this one and my first one. My first one had no smell whatsoever. This one, very chemically, kind of maybe plasticky smell. Not sure what it is. It could be the dye in the ink. I don't know. It did go away after like a day. Another thing, the clear cover that's over the top of your sort of like plasticky cover, front and back, both really scratched up, really badly scratched and dirty. I'm not sure if someone owned it previously and it was returned and they reused it on another planner. I have no idea. I'm not accusing them of doing that. Maybe it was just somewhere where it ended up scratched and dirty. I don't know, but it was scratched and dirty front and back. And then there are also some flaws in the cover itself, the custom cover that I selected. There are like these strange bubbles. You can see it really well in the back. So right here, this spot, this, they're flaws. Like you can feel them raised up as bubbles. I'm not sure what exactly that is. However, I'm not entirely concerned about the cover. I could, have a little fit about it and demand a replacement or return it. And if it were the front cover, if it were any worse, I would probably ask for a replacement, but I'm going to just deal with it. I cleaned up the front clear cover, I washed the dirt away. Of course, the scratches still remain, but it's going to get scratched up anyway. It is our homeschool planner. It's going to rough and tumble its way through our school year, so no complaints. I'm just going to leave it as is and deal with it. That's not something that's comfortable for everybody, and I totally understand that. The price point that these are at, pretty spendy, so if someone is uncomfortable with purchasing one or you would return it, that's totally fine. I am very, very happy with the inside contents of this planner. So I wouldn't say to not get one because of that. Again, like I said, my first planner purchase with Plum Paper was perfect. Top to bottom, start to finish, inside and out, perfection. This one, just a few flaws. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look on the inside. Again, this is a bigger, like the biggest size, I believe it's 8.5 by 11 planner size, and for our homeschool year. Okay, so let's go all the way to the very front. Again, it has the herringbone pattern on the inside of the cover that I selected, and then it has teacher planner, personalized for you by you, Plum Paper, and then this planner belongs to, like all of them do, and then it goes into 2021 calendar year overlook, 2022, and then it's gonna go into your special dates. These boxes, I love these boxes so much. Now this time I went ahead and got the more colorful one. It wasn't the Brights, it was something else. I don't remember what the name was, but there's only 3 options. You can get a Brights one, a neutral one, which is what I purchased for my first planner, which is shades of blue and gray. And then there's this one, which is a variety of colors, but they are not overly bright. They're still softer. So special dates boxes, and then the ideas, plans, and goals boxes. Then I chose this one to start at the start of our school year, so an August start, and it's going to take us to the back cover, or the back divider, excuse me. For August, it has birthdays, events, things to remember, and then one thing that I really absolutely love about Plum Paper is they start and end your month with a notes page. Then it has the calendar month for August, and then we're going to go into my custom homeschool layout. This right here is entirely the reason that I decided to go with a Plum Paper for our homeschool planner. So many years, well, basically every year up until this point, I have been just sort of dealing with what a homeschool planner comes with, modifying it myself, putting things in, taking things out, working around stuff that's already on the page. And I was kind of ready to be done with that this year. The kiddos are older. I really need something dependable. I need all of the spaces to work specifically for us, for our classroom, for my lesson plans, for what we need it for. I feel like there are a lot of planners out there right now because homeschool has kind of picked up with what has been happening in the world in the last couple of years. I feel like there are a lot of planners across the board, not any one specific, that are naming it a homeschool planner to kind of have that selling point, I guess. It's not a homeschool planner. It's still geared toward public school or a school with a full classroom of students, with things like notes for substitute teachers and attendance records and, computer lab, all these kinds of things that are fully for a public school system setting, and it does not work for me, and I feel like it is a waste. So the customization option from Plum Paper is incredible. It does limit down your Saturday and Sunday if you choose this particular layout. I have seen in previous videos or setups or photos where I have shared that I homeschool, a lot of people will respond in comments about the lack of Saturday and Sunday being in a planner, because some of them do Saturday and Sunday activities or field trips or homeschool in a classroom on a Saturday and Sunday. Now, we do not necessarily do that. We may take an occasional Saturday field trip or something, but I don't need to have a whole year's worth of full Saturday and Sunday. However, the beautiful thing about Plum Paper is you could just choose another layout that has Saturday and Sunday available for you. But this is the one that I went with in particular for our specific needs. So at the top of the boxes, I have the word morning. I customized this myself. They make some options available for you if you don't have any ideas of what you want to put, or their options are already perfectly fitting for your homeschool, then you can just click that and they will autofill it in for you. I chose the word morning because in our classroom, we kind of have this whole morning routine where we set things up and we have a discussion, and sometimes I will assign things. They will have reading time, whatever it may be. We do a morning routine and it's a little bit different every morning. So I'm just going to write down and plan ahead for our morning routines and things that we're going to talk about, discuss, set up, read, cover, whatever it may be. So that's the start of our homeschool days every day of the week. Then next it's going to go into subject and then what we covered. I love color coding things. I love matching things by colors. So what I will do is write at the top the subject, and then I will highlight it with a color, and then what we covered in that subject, and then highlight it with a color that coordinates. So it will be math and then long division, and then I will do that in blue and then do long division in blue as well. And then like the book that we were reading and the chapter that we covered, whatever we need for that time, it's just going to match in color so that I can see at a glance what subject and what we covered. In our classroom, to prevent boredom and burnout, we do not do the same subjects in the same spot every single day of the week. So it's not math every morning, then history next, and English. Like, we switch it up a little bit. Same subjects covered throughout the first semester, but not in the same time slot every single day. Then I have a blank spot. I always tend to need extra things for notes, even though I have notes pages over here, and there's a section when we get to the back that is for notes as well. I always need little things to jot down, a note to myself, a note about something that we covered. If we weren't able to finish a workbook page or something that we were working on, then I will make a note of where we need to pick up the next day, that kind of thing. Then I put a spot for chores. We do chores every day because the kiddos like to earn extracurriculars. Mostly it's for earning things like TV time and video games and stuff like that. They don't have to earn, obviously, going outside or anything like that. Usually tech time. Any kind of tech time has to be earned. So I can put their chores that they have to do right in here, and then the amount of time that they earned and what they earned under their names. Previously in the past, I was doing this in an entirely different planner, and it got to be the point where it was just way too much to keep track of. I had way too many planners going at once. It was overwhelming, and I just would start writing these things down on paper and sticking them here and there and everywhere. The fact that I can have homeschool chores and then additional activities and things that have been earned all in the same, like, I don't even have to go to a different section in the planner to fill this out. It's all in the same spot. I love that. Then over here, I have Saturday and Sunday, an important box, and then my notes section and a little calendar for the month as well down in the corner. So that's the full layout I chose and customized myself with Plum Paper. I love it so much. I am very thrilled with this. I am super stoked to use it for our upcoming school year. It's an incredible layout. It's a whole incredible system. I'm so excited to not have to mix and match and pick pieces and put stuff together and take things out. That's a huge weight off my shoulders, a huge relief for me. And I'm all set to go with my lesson planning right away. And I could not be more thrilled about that. So you can probably understand why I'm letting it go. The little flaws with the cover, not a big deal when the inside is exactly what I needed. So going forward, everything is exactly the same. It's just a different color, and the color of the divider is going to coordinate with the month, and then just this little line up here. These little lines right along here, and then this one right here. I mean, it's not a huge thing. Some people want entirely neutral on the page. They do have that option. I just thought for homeschool, it would be a little bit more exciting to have some color. So it doesn't cover a whole lot. I mean, you're not bombarded with color, just a few details. So I'm going to skip now because, like I said, they're all the same, all the weekly layouts and the months going forward, all the same. So I'm going to take you guys right to the very back with the other options that I have in this planner. So the first section is a divider that says notes. Now this divider comes with the planner, but I purchased these pages myself. This was an additional 10 double-sided, large, ruled, lined pages, and it was $4 to add this on to the planner. So a large stack of paper, and I can easily, because I got the disc system, I could easily pull out 1 or 2 pages and insert them into the month or the week that I need them in. And then it takes us into the homeschool section that was provided by Plum Paper. I love this section. There are a few unnecessary things in here that would be a little bit more fitting for public school, but I can see where they would also work well for homeschool families who do a co-op system, co-op homeschooling. So that might be a reason to have this planner or to keep these pages in. I'm going to pull them out, but it's not a huge issue because it's not sacrificing so much, and I'm not losing a ton of pages by removing them. So still the better option to go with a Plum Paper customization over any other homeschool planner, in my opinion. So it starts out with this year's goals, students' goals in 3 words, teachers' goals in 3 words, the student mission statement, students' academic goals, teacher's mission statement, teacher's academic goals. I really like that. I love the idea of setting goals, so I think that's perfect. Then we've got year at a glance, lots of options for things that could be written down here. I mean, anything at all. If your kids did like special reports, book reports, science projects, experiments, whatever, you could note that all out, how your year went, little journaling notes. So many options for using this. And then other notable dates right here. Then we go into classroom resources, subject, book, website, and then cost. I love this so freaking much. As a homeschool family, we are looking for resources all over the place at all times. I'm always looking for new ideas, new innovative things to put into our lesson plan and our learning process, books to purchase, websites to check out. And then, of course, we need to know the cost because we do have a budget for our homeschool classroom. And I think this is perfect. This is incredible. Then we have homeschool supplies, administrative items, student items, arts and crafts, miscellaneous, and then it has the supplies that you need, the brand, and then want or need. I love that so much. And then your expenses. That's just absolute perfection. And then here we go into attendance record. Not something that I personally am going to be using for homeschool. Other families may want this, need this, require it. It's not something that we do because if our kiddos have a sick day, then we just pick right up where we left off and go a little bit longer for the rest of the week or however much time was missed. We always fill up our time throughout the rest of that week. So nobody falls behind, nothing gets left out. We just add more time to our schedule for the rest of the week. Not a huge deal. I mean, I have had planners in the past that had pages and pages and pages of attendance record. Not necessary. Okay, and then it goes into my favorite reading log, daily reading log, the date, book title, book author, minutes read. And what I'm going to do is just color coordinate my kids. I only have 2 kids, and then they can I'll just do 1 in blue, 1 in red, their favorite colors, and I'll know at a glance who read what, when, where, what book, that kind of thing. I love that. They could also have their own page as well, but probably to save the pages, I'll put them all on one page in their own color. Then we have extracurricular activities, daily activity log, days of the week, activity, and the expense. Grading log, daily grading log, date, assignment, points possible, points earned, and then the grade. Again, I love it so, so much. And there are a few pages of this, which is perfect. And then it goes into field trip log, your field trip, the event, location, date, time. There's a whole bunch of blocks of these, so that's perfect. And then next year's goals, it has you looking ahead for the next school year. Then we go into checklists. This is also something that came right along with the planner. I did not purchase these or add these in. Now, as you can see, this looks a little bit suspiciously like an attendance record. Other planners that claim to be homeschool planners have come with these in the past, and it does say attendance checklist at the top of the page, and that's something that needs to be covered up, or we need to find alternative uses for that. This, I'm okay with. This is neutral, and if you've seen in the past, I have used these. I've altered the way that these are used and can work for my planner so that they don't go to waste. I write down the subject and the unit that we're currently covering, and then I will score it how the kiddos are learning in that subject and the unit and what we are currently covering. So in homeschool, we're kind of learning at not a set pace. We are learning and doing lesson plan at the rate that the kiddos can complete it. I don't want to overwhelm them and give them stuff that feels like way too much on their plate. And I score that and keep track of it. And if they're having a consistently difficult time with something, with a subject or a unit, then we'll pull back and we will cover what we've missed, what feels difficult, make it a little bit easier. On the flip side of that, if they have been really excelling at something for such a long time, then I know that they've got it covered and there's no need to spend any more of our homeschool lesson plan time on that subject or unit. And we'll move on. So this is what I use these spaces for. Color code what subject we're in, what unit, what in particular we were studying, and then score it for a week or two and see how they are progressing and whether it's too difficult, we need to pull back, or it's a little bit too simple and we need to jump forward and make it a little bit more challenging. So there's quite a few of these. Provided. I probably will not get through all of these for one school year, but they are definitely useful. Then it goes into just a couple of dot grid pages, just some extra paper. You can never have too much spare paper for a homeschool planner. Then it goes into a contacts page, and then passwords for websites. For homeschool, you tend to be on different websites. Virtual academies or virtual museums and things like that. We do not do online schooling, but we do use a lot of the really useful websites and pages and things like that that are out there that are helpful and beneficial to what I am already teaching in the classroom. So we will definitely be using this. Then it goes into the future, 2023 calendar, and then a folder. It does not come with these stickers. These stickers I purchased. It does come with a folder, and then it does come with stickers. So I purchased the tiny size. At the time, there was no visual of these. It just said Homeschool Teacher Planner sticker set, and there was no photo, nothing to click through at all, just a blank. And it said, I think there's no content available for this product. I am perfectly content with having two sets of the same stickers. These ones are a little bit bigger. I guess they automatically come with the homeschool planner because it is the big planner, and these are bigger stickers. So just 2 sheets, some really super cute little teacher icons, and then some like header stickers and box stickers to use directly in your planner for functional. And then the small ones, of course, are the exact same, just the smaller version. Both of these sets will get used up, no problem. Also, it did include this plastic folder as well. Maybe this is what smelled so bad, because this is something that is different from the classic planner that I purchased. So maybe this is what was putting off that chemically smell, but it's totally fine now. And this is going to make great storage for stickers and anything else I just need to poke in there. So that is my entire homeschool planner that I purchased from Plum Paper Planner. Again, I just wanted to be real with you guys and let you know what was going on with the cover and how it showed up. Again, not a huge thing. It's not affecting how I feel about this company whatsoever. I will probably be ordering our next homeschool planner from them as well. I'm really, really excited about the contents, and I still think it is an amazing planner. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for this little walkthrough and review of our homeschool planner for the upcoming school year. If you guys are interested in seeing more homeschool specific videos, lesson planning, or how to use a homeschool planner, how to set up a homeschool planner, that kind of thing, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I would be happy to figure something out for you guys. But that is all for this one. I will see you in my next one. Tell your dog I said hi. Bye guys.